Ask yourself. Read. But ye shall die like men. That's a but there. But ye shall die like men. Ye shall die like men. Why do we die like men? How you doing? Come up, brother. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm Toby. What's your name?
John.
John. Hey, we reading the scriptures because he said something heavy. He said that we're gods on this earth. But the Bible said, but ye shall die like men. Why is that? Let's understand why we should die like men. Go on Deuteronomy 28. Let's start at verse 1. Let's get a basic understanding real quick. You said something about Moses, right? Who was Moses talking to in the wilderness? Okay, well, what people was he talking to? No. Go to Deuteronomy 1:1. Well, yeah, but you gotta get the basics. You right in some points, but let's get the very instance. Let's get the very basics. Read Deuteronomy 1:1. Okay, Moses is speaking to a group of people in the wilderness. Let's find out who those people are. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
These be the words which Moses spake to all Israel. Hey, officer, put that sign up for real quick. So, all Israel, Kobe, and you said John, right?
Yeah.
All Israel is this group of people right here on this sign. Moses was not speaking to the whole earth. American blacks today is Judah, West Indian, Benjamin, Haitians, Puerto Rico. This is what the world calls you, but this is your biblical name in the scriptures. Moses is speaking to these people in the wilderness right here. And only these people right here.
So we the ones came out of Egypt.
That's right. That's right. That's what I'm trying to show you in the scriptures. Read from the top again.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Moses spake unto all Israel. So the whole book of Deuteronomy, Moses is speaking to Israel, which are the people of those signs, which are your ancestors and your ancestors.
Right.
You follow me, Kobe? Go to 28 now. I want you to get the full understanding. Verse 28 now, we had a contract to fulfill. We had a covenant or a contract. It's the same thing. Verse 28, verse 1. This is the good part of the contract. This is the pluses right here, right? Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
And it shall come to pass.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
And we shall listen and follow all his commandments. Read.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So we had a commandment, a covenant. If we listen to God's commandments, the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right.
Meaning you will be above all races of the earth. Meaning you will be a king on earth if you listen to his commandments. What does that mean? Skip to verse 10. Watch this. What does that mean? Verse 10, read. Read slow.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 10. And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by thy name.
All people on the earth that see that you are God's chosen people, read.
Of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee.
All people shall be afraid of you. Because you will be you'll be the children of God, meaning you'll be God's chosen people and you will rule the earth.
Right.
That's the good part of the contract, right? Do we rule right now? Why is that? Let's get to the point. You said, no, we still chosen. It's a contract. If you do what the contract says, you reap the benefits, right? But if you break the contract, what happens? You get the negative part of the contract, right? What I'm trying to show you is that we are still under that contract to this very day, and I'm going to prove it to you. Verse 15, read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Listen to this, Kobe and John. Watch this. I'm reading you the contract. Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So this is Moses speaking to the Israelites, because he already saw the future. He said, but it shall come to pass, meaning this is going to happen, if you will not listen to the contract, if you not follow God's laws, statutes, and commandments, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
all these what?
Curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So Kobe, curses are a good thing or a bad thing? Curses. All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee if you don't follow the contract. Curses are a bad thing, right? You agree, right? let's listen to some of the curses. Read the next verse.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
What does it mean to be cursed in the city today? Because you read the Bible, you don't understand it. Let's bring it to today's time. Cursed shall thou be in the city, right? In every city in America, Kobe, answer this question. In every city in America, where do the black people live? In the rich side or the poor side? Poor side. In every black person's community, what's in there? Drugs, sex trafficking, murder. And guess what? Who are we killing? Each other. You just said it, right? That's what it means to be cursed in the city. And it said, the second part said cursed in the field, right? What does that mean? John, what you got? Cursed in the field. What were we doing 200 years ago in the fields?
Slavery.
Slavery, right? Guess what? That's what the picture showed. That's what we showing you right here. We were doing slavery. We were working for free labor.
Right.
Under who? The so-called white man, right?
Esau.
Guess what? Oh, you know who Esau is. So you know this, John. All praises. Jacoby, do you know that? This is your history is in the Bible. Us going to slavery is in the Bible. You understand that, right? Jump to verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Kobe, what if I took your daughter from you and made her work in Houston for free? That's right. So we just described it right now. Thy sons and the daughters shall be taken from you and given to another people. Read. Right.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Meaning you're going to miss your sons and daughters. Read.
And there shall be no might in thy hand.
You will have no military might, no power to retrieve your children back. Who would that happen to? What people did that happen to on earth? No. What people? What race of people did that happen? This is history. The blacks, right? Now I'm asking you a question. Why did it happen?
Curses.
She said, why? She's right. White people hate black people. That's true. Well, why? Okay. Go to verse 46. What is it? No, 40. Go 48. Read 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
Kobe. It says, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies. Let's see what the enemy is. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies. Look at the pictures. Who are we serving?
Black people.
White people, right? Read it again from the top.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord thy God hath sent against thee.
That's what I wanted. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. Which the Lord shall send against thee. Guess what? God did this to us. If God sent the enemies against us, that means who did it? Who put us in slavery? God put us in slavery. That's right.
Curses.
You are the chosen. Guess what? You are God's children. And guess what? You the only one. Give me that Psalms 147 real quick. Hold that. Come back. I'm going to prove to you that God is only dealing with you and only you. No one else. Because guess what? If she does, let's say my kids out here, everybody's kids out here. This your daughter right here, right? If my kids do something bad, are you gonna whoop my kids? Yeah, right. If your daughter do something bad in front of me, am I gonna whoop her right now? No. You her father. But if she does something bad in front of you, who gonna whoop her? Exactly. That's how God works. God is only dealing with his children right now. We're gonna prove it. Read.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19.
Bring it on.
He showed his word unto Jacob, and his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
He showed his words unto Jacob and his statutes unto Israel. Kobe. Israel is those people on that sign right there. You are Israel. So if I show my words to you and only, am I showing to everybody else? I'm only talking to you, right? So you are God's children. You are his chosen and his children. Read it from the top again.
He showed his word unto Jacob.
So he showed his word unto Jacob, which is you, Kobe and John. Read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Read. Now this is the part I want you to understand. Read.
He had not dealt so.
He had not dealt so. Read.
With any nation.
With any other races on earth. He's only dealing with you. Finish it out.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
As for his judgment, his punishment, two sides. His judgment is his punishment. They have not known him, meaning God is only judging, or God is only punishing us.
Right.
You understand, Kobe? Give me Joel 2 real quick. 2:27. And then we'll go back to verse 28. So I'm proving to you that God is only dealing with us because we are his children. Read what you got.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel.
In the midst of who?
Israel.
Read.
And that I am the Lord your God.
So, Kobe, God is God of who? Our God, which is who?
Negroes.
Israel. There you go. Read from the top again. That's what we're proving to you out the scriptures. I'm trying to make sure you engage. I'm going to get here in a second. Read it from the top.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else.
And none else, Kobe. None else, meaning God is only dealing with us and no other people. Finish it out.
And my people shall never be ashamed.
You should never be ashamed because your Father is the creator of the heavens and earth. Go back to 28. How you doing, sis? You know who you are according to the scripture? You just told her, Shay. Did you know that you are a daughter of God? What tribe are you from right here? So, Kobe, I'm proving to you that you're Israelite according to the scriptures. You know you're Israelite, sis? I know John knows. What verse I had you at? Go to verse 48 again. Read 48. Read.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48.
So I'm proving to you guys that God put us in slavery because we disobey his commandments. Let's prove that according to the scriptures. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies in slavery. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness.
Read it right. Read it right from the beginning. Read it again. Go.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and thirst and in nakedness.
So what does that mean, sis? Therefore shall you serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. Right. So when read it again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and thirst and in nakedness and in a want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So, sis, you understand that we went to slavery because we broke God's commandments? So I'm gonna ask you a question. What's the solution? How old are you, sis? 17. Okay, so you're a little young. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Are your parents married? Your parents are married? So you stay with your mother or your father?
My daddy stayed in Houston.
He stayed in Houston? So I'm gonna give you an example that you probably, I don't know if you've ever seen it before, because most of us come from broken families. My mother and father were divorced too, right? But I sometimes imagine a situation if both my parents were with us. So listen to this, sister. Read this real quick, because I'm trying to give you an example to follow when you get of age, right? Because you're almost there, sis. You 17, right? Read this.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable.
The Bible said marriage is honorable, meaning marriage is a good thing, right? So right now, you too young to be married, but I'm giving you an example to follow because when you are of age, I want you to follow this example and not the example that's set before you that you see. Read it from the top again. Read.
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
So when you break that honor of a marriage, God's gonna judge us, right? That's a sin according to the scriptures. So we out here trying to prevent broken marriages or broken families in our communities right now, right? Because guess what? Like I just asked you, your parents are divorced, right?
No, they was never married.
They was never married. They never experienced marriage. Well, guess what? They came together and had you, but they never got officially married. My parents were divorced. Many other brothers' families out here were divorced also. You know that, right? That runs heavily in our community, right? So I'm trying to give you a biblical response. So when you come of age, we want you to follow thus said the Lord. You understand that? So when you come of age, I want you to understand that. I'm gonna ask you a question though. So you know what color Christ is? Can I see your hair? I want to show you something. What color is Jesus Christ?
He ain't white.
What color is this one? Yes, sir. You got it.
Shay, my little sister. You remember we was talking earlier, right? So what Officer Toby was bringing out was very, you know what I'm saying, was very good information. This type of stuff actually happens to us as a people, right? Let me get there should be, what's that? Deuteronomy 23, no horse, of the daughters of Israel. Yeah. Let me get that. Because, Shay, do you want to be married one day? No? Why not? Hold that. Let's go to Genesis chapter 1. Oh, no, chapter 2. Chapter 2, right? And we gotta see, because when God made man and woman, were they married? Huh? Huh? One flesh. Let me get that. Okay. Huh? 25, 26. Yeah. Genesis 2, yeah. Yeah, let me get that. Hey, Shay, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Shay, look. Okay, but look, listen to this scripture right here. This is what God instituted in the beginning, okay? And he did that for you. All right? Read.
I got you. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
Look, Shay, God said that a man should leave his father and his mother, right? And cleave to his wife, and they should become one flesh. That means the man and the woman are actually supposed to come together, and they're supposed to get married. A man is only supposed to have one wife. Okay, these are things that we weren't taught in our communities, because we see this on TV, baby mamas, baby daddies. But that's not how God created us. God created us to have fathers and mothers, and for us all to be a family. Do you understand that? So Shay, look, I understand you said you gotta go, all right? Read that flyer, and I want you to understand how important you are to the Most High God. God created you to be a princess. You are a princess. As a matter of fact, let me get that Genesis. Genesis, a princess power got, what's that, 32? Not a princess, but a prince.
32:28.
32:28. Genesis 32:28. All right? Because look, Shay, I want you to understand something. When God, his chosen people, started with Abraham, it went to Isaac and Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Israel, we're about to read in the Bible what Israel means. And this applies to you, my sister, all right? Read.
32:28. Yeah. This the book of Genesis, chapter 32 and verse 28. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince has thou power with God.
Israel means a prince that has power with God. For a female, it means a princess that has power with God. Shay, you have not been told how special you are. You have not been told how important you are to the Most High God of Israel. 1 Timothy 2:9. Well, listen to this while you walk away, okay? Because it's very important. Shay, you got a boyfriend? Shay, do you understand that you're not supposed to have a boyfriend? You're not supposed to be walking around here where we can see your body parts, Shay. I'm going to talk to you like a father to a daughter, because I have children your age and older than you. And I want you to know how important you are. It's important for you to dress modestly. Because sex trafficking is a very, very serious thing. And that's something we definitely don't want to happen to you. And we have to come out here and warn you. We have to come out and warn you and talk to you and let you know so we can protect you from these things. Read.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Hopefully,
In like manner, also that the woman adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Shay, it is very important for you to wear modest apparel. Modest apparel means to not wear anything that draws unwanted sexual attention. Shay, as you walk down the street with what you have on, a man is not going to respect you. You are a princess. When's the last time you seen a princess walk around with shorts on or halfway dressed? You are a princess. Queens and princesses dress modestly. All right? My brother, how you doing, man?
All right.
What's your name?
John.
John.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yohanan.
Okay, Johanna. So you know that you are an Israelite?
Yes, sir.
Yes? How long have you known this, Johanna?
About a few years.
A few years. Oh, man. Okay. All right, look. Let's get Deuteronomy 14. Let's bring this out. Because it's extremely important. So my brother Johanna said that he has known this for a few years. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Hey, come over here and talk to me, man. What's your name? Chris? Hey, what's up, Chris? My name is Solomon, man. Come over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look, we come out here for our, you know what I'm saying, for our people, man. We want you to know who you are in the Bible. Chris, you ever been to church before? Because Johanna, you know what I'm saying, he said he's known who he is for, you said 3 years?
Yeah.
3 years. Do you know who you are in the Bible?
No, I'm still
So,
young.
Chris, come on, let's talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, Chris, you love God? Huh?
Yeah.
You sure? You got 5 minutes for God? You give God 5 minutes? Just 5 minutes of your whole life. He woke you up this morning. And you can't give him 5 minutes because